smooth. So you're making smart sexy. We've been making dumb sexy for too long. We dumbed down and celebrated. You're making smart sexy again. Coincidence is God's way of remaining. First of all, isn't God good? Because it is better to be seen than viewed. There's no guarantee that we're supposed to be here today. So we got to make every moment count. Coincidence is God's way of remaining anonymous. It is a coincidence that this is 30 years since the Rodney King riots. And we are all back together again. And I think it's no coincidence that is the authentic people I worked with 30 years ago who did not play games, who are sitting here today making historic change. You never play games. You were always straight. Najee, you've always been there for the community. We're bringing home, I think, one of the best administrators of the Small Business Administration in the history of this country. I've known 10 presidents. We've been recognized by 5. I've served 3 from both parties. But you're the honest broker I go to in this administration. I know when I talk to you, there's no games. It's exactly the way you're going to say is what I'm going to see. And you've been brilliant through this process. And I've trusted you. We all trust you with, I think, a moment in history. I'm going to get to that in just a moment. And to one of the coolest mayors in America. I just like hearing you speak Spanish. I don't care what you say. You could be cursing me out. I don't know. It just sounds fantastic. But he has also been real. And your father were there for me 30 years ago when no one paid attention to me. People wrote me off, rolled their eyes. Operation Hope, financial literacy, capitalism, free enterprise. You never did. You were there from the beginning to end. And now we find we're living in social justice through an economic lens. By the way, it's always been this way. It's just now catching up to us, or we're catching up to it. The 18th century was about freedom, the Civil War. The 19th century was about access, the Civil Rights Movement. The 21st century is about opportunity. I call it civil rights, S-I-L-V-E-R. It's not about marching in the streets, it's doing business deals in the business suites. The color's not black or white or red or blue, it's green. By the way, it's always been green. I don't think you're hearing me yet, so let me, I'm used to the black church, I'm used to seek and respond. I'm going to see Reverend Murray this afternoon, just give me some serious religion. By the way, when I started Operation Hope, it was Tom Bradley who gave me my first 7J grant from the SBA for $61,000. People here, we have a $50 million budget today in Operation Hope. We have $4 billion we've invested in underserved neighborhoods. All great, fantastic. 200 offices, 46 states. But it started with the SBA and with Tom Bradley and a $61,000 grant. The same businesses that Joe is working with today. Everything big started small. Let me make this really personal. I was homeless at La Tijera Airport when I was 18 years old. Lived in my Jeep, in that little parking lot. Some of you know that caddy corner right there. I lived in that parking lot. Dismissed, disregarded, but God don't make dirt. You can't fall from the floor. Rainbows only follow storms. I take no for vitamins. Success is going from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm. The same thing the SBA and Joe and the mayor are trying to produce in this neighborhood. Winners, strivers, builders. But it wasn't easy. Mom and Dad divorced on Martin Luther King Boulevard, but back then it was called Santa Barbara. Some of y'all too young for that conversation. We owned an 8-unit apartment building on Santa Barbara, Martin Luther King. We bought for $18,000. It's worth $6 million today. We lost it. We had a business. We owned a gas station at Vernon and Normandy, southeast corner, still there. We lost it. We were smart, but we weren't smart about money. My dad could make it, but couldn't keep it. My dad confused making money with building wealth. Can you understand what I'm saying? Yes. You make money during the day, you build wealth at night when you sleep. No one ever gave us this memo on money. It's not like we're not dumb and we're not stupid. When the rules are published and the playing field is level, we succeed. Look at professional sports. Look at the arts. Look at public service. We're killing it. Succeeding, I mean. But entrepreneurship, business, where wealth exists, no one ever gave us this memo. It's what we don't know that we don't know that's killing us, but we think we know. Her and your story is our story. You had hustle. You had knowledge. No one ever taught you how the business was supposed to work. So you did the best you could. What's the result of all this? Because you can say, and you may or may not know it, but I'm responsible for the largest capital access deal for a black person in the last decade. $200 million credit facility, my for-profit business, I signed it in December, $200 million. But no one was giving me $20,000 when I was 26 years old trying to start Operation Hope in 1992. But I had people who believed in me, thank God, who gave me those tools. All Operation Hope is today is an institutionalization of the mentorship I got when I was a young person. We need this at scale. Am I talking to myself? Success is not an accident. It's not. It's a habit. It's a structure. Here's real talk. 85% of small business wealth in this country are owned by Caucasians. I'm not mad at that. They got the memo. We didn't. I think it was denied of us. That's a whole nother press conference for another day. But whatever it is, here's what I know. We've been doing so much with so little for so long, we can almost do anything with nothing. Over and around and through it, we get to it. If you just give us the memo and the business plan and a little support, we rise. Here's the facts of it. In the last 2 years, during the pandemic, the largest group of small business creation have been black businesses. Yeah. Let me go deeper. Within that group and within all groups, the largest group creating small businesses in America are black women. Yeah. But we have a problem also, because 96% of all black businesses don't have an employee. How'd I tell you build wealth? Compounding at night. You need scale. Otherwise, it's a self-employment project. Are you with me? Yes. Most of us are not on e-commerce. What do I mean by that in English? I'm coming in last night from Nashville, I think it was. Get confused because I'm every city a day. I'm trying to get a haircut. Yes, a haircut. So what we do in our neighborhood, pick the phone, call the barber. Hey, yo, man, I'm cutting the hair. I'm gonna look at my book. I'll get back to you. Maybe he calls back, maybe he doesn't. What happened? He just lost a sale. You with me? Because I'm moving on to something else. I like the guy. I need my haircut. So what does he need? I'm on the plane at midnight. I need to go online, go to Joe's Barbershop e-commerce site, book an appointment. This is real talk now. Book an appointment at 2 in the morning, put my credit card in, make an appointment. If I cancel, he gets paid. Can I get an amen? Yes. While I'm on the website, because he's got me now I see that I want a wave cap. Yes, a wave cap. Now I want a brush. Now I want a, there's a wave, do-rag. Who said that? You know what a do-rag is. Now I want some hair oil. You sure what I'm saying? That guy, he sleep. He sleep. But while he sleep, I just booked, I don't know, $210 worth of product. He's gonna mail order, drop ship, most of that. I get busy the next morning, can't make the appointment, he still got paid. You have a restaurant, why don't you have an e-restaurant doing deliveries? You got a nail salon, why can't you have a nail salon? This is not just about new black businesses, it's about a parallel to your existing black business. Can I get an amen? If you don't have technology at the center of everything you do right now, please listen to me. You're not growing. You need technology at the center of your church. your nonprofit, your for-profit, your small business, I don't care what it is, your political office. So we are going to give you the tools to succeed. Let me tell you what a dreamer does, and I'm done. You know, you never want to be the old guy in the club. I look at you. But before y'all kick me out, I'm going to leave. Just drop the mic and walk off the stage. Because I want you to hear from the administrator and the leader of small business. Listen to me now. The Bible says that it suggests that a prophet is only without honor in his own hometown. We don't appreciate sometimes folks in our own backyard. The fact that the mayor leads an economy that's the metropolitan economy is the third largest in the world. In the world. In the world. And he has done nothing but honor that. She leads the small business with the largest economy in the world. A woman of color from Los Angeles. And Joe's just good looking. And you. So let me tell you what dreamers do, and I'm done. I was doing, during the pandemic, I was doing a podcast with the founder of Shopify, which is second largest e-commerce company in the world. And he, at the end of the podcast, he said, after George Floyd, good man, Toby is his name, Toby was not. What can I do? Now, I could have said, give me a loan. Give me a grant. That's what a lot of, give me something. Give me, let me help two businesses, or let me hook up my family. No, this is not about me, this is about we. It's all about dreaming big dreams also. You can't dreams. Dr. King can go to the mall and say, I have a dream that GDP will grow by 2% a year. He had a dream for all of us. So I said to him, help me create 1 million black businesses. Crickets. He said, send me a note. Send him a note. Heard nothing for a week. I said, well, maybe that didn't go so well. Then I called him. I said, I'm sorry about that, but we're going to do something else. He said, no. I said, yes. I went to my email, digital, it went to my spam folder. True story. That's $130 million miss that I would have missed had I not called him. First of all, I had not asked. Hello. But then not followed up, because I believe in the James Brown version of affirmative action. Open the door, I'll get it myself. Are we having church yet? So this is free to you. Hello? Because Shopify put up $130 million over 10 years, the third reconstruction, I call it, to create 1 million new black businesses in America. Inspired by it. You have no licensing fees. You got no website fees. You got no domain fees. You got no cost for payment systems. You got no cost for fulfillment systems. Is this not impressing you? You got no cost for small business training. You got no cost to get your credit score up. And nothing changed your life more than God or love than moving your credit score 120 points. What's wrong with this audience? That's real talk. We're moving credit scores 54 points in 6 months, 120 points in 24 months, reducing your debt $1,000, increasing your savings $2,000, making it so the bank says yes to you. You combine that with the SBA, guaranteeing loans, and doing small business support. You combine that with support wraparound services from the mayor's office, and what Joe's doing. You combine that with the technology on-ramp I just talked to you about, and the small business training, and the business plan we're going to provide in the front end. And then we got lawyers in the back end that says, I'll give you 2 hours of free consulting. Accountants, I'll give you 2 hours of free consulting. And then we got 2 hours of marketing support, 2 hours of PR support. And then I ask these people, why are you doing this? Are you doing this because you feel sorry for us? No, we want them as customers. Those lawyers believe in you. These IT firms believe in you. Do we believe in us? Are you hearing me? This moment is not coming back. It's not. It's not. $25,000 in services. They're yours. Don't walk past it. I know you don't believe it if it's free. Believe it this time. It costs cost you nothing but your time.
Yeah.
They're not here for their health. They're here because they believe in you. And this country needs you. So as somebody who is homeless not so far from you, and somebody who everybody called out and wrote off and said would never be successful, all I say is, how you like me now?